Welcome to Edmunds U-Drags. Turn up the volume, kids, because you're about to hear 16 cylinders firing away in a red, white, and blue shootout. It's Z06 versus GT500. Ooh, is this gonna be fun. What is U-Drags? Come on, it's a race to there and back. At Edmunds, we love to test cars. We came up with this not quite scientific way of doing it called U-Drags. We're gonna take these two bombers, send them all the way down to the opposite side of the track, where they're gonna get hard on the brakes, turn around, and come all the way back. That means we're getting a quarter-mile, hard braking, handling, and a rolling start, all in one race. And after the first race, we're gonna swap drivers and lanes to make sure everybody gets a fair shot. We have over 1,400 horsepower right here. This is gonna be nuts. And if you wanna see us do more crazy stuff just like this, do us a favor and like and subscribe. And if you're looking to sell your car, head over to edmunds.com/sellmycar. The Corvette Z06 has evolved beyond a sports car into a bona fide supercar. But we want to know if the more powerful old school Shelby has the goods to take down its much more sophisticated counterpart. But honestly, everyone's a winner today, because seeing these two fly down the track is gonna be epic.
Oh, this is a big race, a big one. I have about 100 more horsepower, but this car just doesn't launch that well. Launch control's straightforward in this thing. You set the launch RPM. I'm gonna try 13, 1400, something like that. I'm gonna heat the rubber up on this thing to really get it to work. If I can get a clean launch, it might be close, but that thing is fast.
I'm excited about this race. We got two of the fastest American cars on the road, both rear drive. Shelby's got the engine up front. I've got mine in the middle. That should help me off the line with the extra weight over the rear, helping me with traction. Also going to help me is this Z06's very good traction control system. Put the car in track mode, turn stability control to sport. Then in the menu, go down over to the performance section, and at the very bottom, it should say launch control. And then all you have to do is press the brake and then press the accelerator, and we are good to go.
Come on, man, let's do this.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Damn, too much wheel spin, man.
Oh man, when this thing puts the power down.
Oh, it's just pulling away, I knew it. That thing an inch, it's just so fast.
I love the way this Z06 gets around the turn.
You can't give that car an inch, because if you do, it's gonna take a mile.
Not at all. I got a really good start on that one and never let up.
I got about as good of a start as you could really expect to get. I think I left at the right time, but just got enough wheel spin, and that's not getting wheel spin. I could kind of keep up with you all the way to the braking zone, but this is still a heavy car and you still got to get it to turn.
Well, you ready to swap? I think I want to go in that Shelby.
Yes, please. Good luck.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, Corvette Z06. Says a Z07 package. Lots of aero. Carbon fiber wheels, even though they're painted black, they're still carbon fiber spoiler, carbon fiber everywhere, which means this thing is a little lighter than that is. Even though it's quite short on horsepower, it's still a formidable weapon. I gotta get far enough ahead of that thing because it's gonna pull like a freaking train on the way back. So yeah, wish me luck.
Okay, out of the Corvette and into the GT500. I'm going to use the launch control, even though it seemed to still struggle off the line. I don't think there's anything else I can do, so. Yeah, I'm gonna hold the revs and hope for the best. Maybe I can outbrake Kurt, but that Corvette is quick.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take him anyway. Oh.
Man.
Come on, man. So good. Stop. Oh, brakes might be getting really hot. Oh, I blew the shit out of that. Right.
Oh,
Corvette.
Still got it, man. Even with a bad brake run, this car is a beast. Absolute beast. Here's a lesson. When in doubt, flat out. Wow, I blew that turn. This thing didn't want to stop. It's crazy, but you know, it's a win anyway.
It didn't really seem to matter that the braking was a little off, because you definitely got turned around quicker than I did.
Yeah, I went well past where I wanted to, and I braked even a little earlier, but this car requires so much braking pressure that, you know, you kind of think you got into the meat of the brakes, but in reality you might not have. But it's this brake-by-wire system in the regular Corvette is pretty good, but here it still feels a little vague.
I don't love the feel of the brake in there, but it gets you down, and those carbon ceramics will hold up, but it's just a lot lighter than this Shelby. This
car's just so much. It's so much of everything. I love it. You know that,
did I jump it?
No, if you did,
it didn't matter.
It didn't matter, and that's why as soon as I started to like reel you in, I think I might have said like bad start or not, it does not matter.
Here's how our red, white, and blue shootout went down. In race 1, the GT500 was no slouch off the line, but the Z06's mid-engine layout helped it transfer weight quicker to launch much harder. Team Chevy hit 60 in 3 seconds flat and on an unprepped surface, beating the wheel spin happy Mustang by a crazy 1.2 seconds. It also ran a 10.7 in the quarter versus the Mustang's 11.5. The turnaround saw both cars pulling over a G of force, but the Corvette kept its lead the entire time. In the end, the Z06 finished in 31.3 seconds with the Mustang at 32.1. The Shelby's finishing speed was over 3 miles per hour higher at 148.5. With a longer straightaway, it might have reeled in the Z06, but not this time. Race 2 was a similar story, with one exception. Now you could argue that the Shelby jumped the start, just barely, but it didn't affect who won. Rather than re-rack and get the same result, we pressed on. The Z06 hit 60 in 3.1 seconds versus the Shelby's 4.0. The Vet ran 10.8 seconds in the quarter, with the Mustang a ways off at 11.6. Even though the GT500 handily outgripped it in the run, the Corvette maintained its lead in the turnaround and hit the gas hard to get home quick. The Chevy finished the race in 31.5 seconds, with the Shelby a full second behind. But yet again, the Mustang had the higher trap speed at 147.9. But as we know, you need more than just speed to win at U-Drags. And as you can see, the possible jump start didn't change the results. And now let's turn to our updated Edmunds U-Drags leaderboard. Remember, our races from last year are not shown because we had to lengthen the course to accommodate big EVs with not so big brakes. Each car's quickest run goes on the leaderboard regardless of race pairing. The Z06 improved on its previous time, but its 31.3 second time remains in the same spot overall. The GT500 sneaks into 4th place with a time of 32.1. Now let's see the in-car camera and the data.
Oh man, when this thing puts the power down.
That thing an inch. It's just so fast. Just so fast.
So we don't like to make predictions here at U-Drags because we don't like to be wrong. But is it safe to say that this was somewhat of an expected result?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I honestly, I really didn't know. This was lighter, but it's less powerful. So the Shelby struggles off the line, but it really tends to reel cars in at the back end. So I didn't know how it was gonna go.
It went a little bit against my prediction because this was just farther in front than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I didn't think the Shelby would be quite so hard to get around the corner, but you have to square it up before you give it full throttle or you're just gonna wind up in the weeds.
Really, it's not that hard around a corner. It's just that is a little better.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, like we have to keep it in context.
So you've always told us that these two cars are not really in the same class, not direct competitors.
No.
Why do you say that?
This has always been like a coupe sedan, not a sports car. The Corvette has always been a sports car. This is some stupid magazine comparison test that probably came out in the 60s where they pegged them head to head, but in reality, they're not. Sports cars in a sports car. This is amazing. I mean, it is down on power, but it's lighter. Gearing is shorter, the rear tires are wider, and it's just a little bit more sophisticated when it comes to launching. And you can't give this an inch. You can't, even if you've got that car.
Because that is a really, really fast car. It's just that one's a little faster.
Yeah. The V8s here are surprisingly different too, and they make such a different noise. Which to you sounds better?
Shelby.
Yeah?
I mean, you got the combination of like the big V8 and blower whine.
Yeah, I mean, this still sounds epic, but that is just totally bitching.
Yeah.
Okay, just for fun, which one would you rather own?
For track day, I think I might have the Corvette, but I might take the Shelby for the street.
I'll get back to you on that.
Did it depend on your race results?
No, not at all.
Well, you know, sports car, muscle car, supercar, we race everything here at U-Drags. If you want to check out those episodes, you can do so right here on the Edmunds YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.